Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart. And before I kickstart the video, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by first giving you a recap of what has been happening, where you can see that Fantom, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $3.5 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave contour to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we have been seeing our prices in this massive ABC corrective structure, which has now taken us back to around the $0.15 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, whatever we expect next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3. And because a wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see a 5-wave structure in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3, having the wave 5 of the 5-wave structure completing the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the fib at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $5.8122 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting Fantom to do in the next bull market. And once we continue seeing higher prices in the recovery phase of Fantom and getting to the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, I can start my analysis here on the daily chart by first giving you a chart pattern which is over here, which is a falling wedge, which has continued to be respected and has given us a breakout to the upper side, just as we expected. And that has happened after managing to break above the 20-day MA, which was giving us support for us to continue pushing even higher. And you can see we have seen the breakout to the upper side, and whatever I'm expecting to see next is a retest of this upper trend line of this falling wedge. And once the retest is in, then we can continue pushing even higher. And this breakout to the upper side means this is a sign of the start of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, which is an impulsive wave. And getting to the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out on the 1-hour chart. Here on the 1-hour chart, you can see that after making our low at around the $0.16 mark, we started a very nice bounce to the upside in a move that has been obeying the Elliot wave structures, where we can term these as the first wave to the upside. And after seeing that wave 1, we started this ABC corrective structure in the formation of a second wave, seeing our low at around the $0.019 mark. And after seeing the low of that higher Elliot wave count 2, whatever we expect next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, before we see a wave 4 and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And if I start by first sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, that gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.3494 mark. And that is the minimum that I would expect that wave 3 to the upside in red to do. And in the formation of that wave 3, which is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3. And I believe we are seeing such a structure right here on the Fantom chart, where I was initially terming this as the first wave to the upside, then this is the wave 2, then I was expecting a wave 3. But in this video, I want to make a few adjustments to this Elliot wave structure that I have right here, where I can change this Elliot wave count, having this as the first wave to the upside, before we see a wave 2, then a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to fully maximize the formation of that wave 3 right here in red. That means this is a fractal wave within the formation of this wave 3 to the upside. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure, within the first wave, we also expect to see lower Elliot wave decrease in formation within that wave 1. And that's the reason as to why I have made that change, having the new high as the high for that wave 1 to the upside, because if I draw out a lower Elliot wave degree, we can have these as the first wave, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, then a wave 4, and whatever we are seeing right now is the formation of that wave 5, which should fully maximize the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And there are chances that we might have now seen the high for this first wave to the upside. And the reason as to why I'm saying that, if I take a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 74 mark, meaning we have managed to get into the overbought region, and there is no room for us to continue holding any movements to the upper side, meaning there are chances that we might have seen the high for this first wave to the upside, and whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, that is the formation of this wave 2. And using the Fibonacci's, we can sketch out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2 by connecting the fibs from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the $0.22 mark and the $0.2134 mark, and that is the minimum that I would expect that second wave to the lower side to do before we see a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete the formation of that wave 3 to the upside right here in red. And that is my primary scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the Fantom chart very soon. Even after seeing that huge bounce to the upside, my primary scenario still remains that we are going to see lower prices in the formation of this wave 2 before we see a wave 3, then a wave 4 to fully maximize the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3. And that's the update for Fantom, and I hope that you like the video.